Welcome back to MMA Al Dente. I am the guy who picked Heath Herring to defeat Vitor Belfort. I'm here to talk about Preston Parsons versus Trevin Giles. Trevin Giles is 30 years old, 15-4. Parsons, 27 years old, 10-3. Giles has the 6 fights extra pro experience, but even more than that is the level of his experience. His experience level is just so much higher. He's fought nothing but good fighters pretty much throughout his whole career, whereas Parsons only fought a handful of them. There are a lot of unknowns with Parsons. He's beaten one or two good fighters, but lost to most of the good fighters he's fought. And overall, he's only been to the third round once in his pro career. He's got a record of 10-3, 9 submission victories, 1 decision. His last fight against Evan Elder, who took the fight on short notice and is considerably smaller and moved up in weight and whatever. And his 3 losses include 2 via TKO, or knockout really, and 1 via submission. All forgivable to good competition. He lost to D-Rod in his debut, taking the fight on short notice, Preston Parsons. So that's very forgivable. And then he was also knocked out by Mike Perry years back, before Perry got to the UFC, and submitted by Valdir Arrojo in round 2, between the Perry and D-Rod fights. So he's been in there, he's learned some lessons along the way, but it's just that he hasn't, only once has he gone the distance. Only once has he gone past the third round, or past the second round, I should say. And even though he won the fight, it's still not enough for me to take him over Trevin Giles, because Giles is tough to get out of there. He's only been finished via submission twice, both in round 3 to bona fide submission artists, Zach Cummings and Gerald Mearshard, who better to get the round 3 sub. So, and those were, 5 years ago, whatever, at this point, when Giles was in his 20s. So my point is, I don't expect Parsons to run through Giles like he's done to the majority of his opposition and get him out of there in round 1. And after that, it's like, okay, what's this fight look like? And even though I've seen Giles look sloppy, especially, some of his losses, the Dricus Duplessis fight, the 2 submission losses to Gerald Mearshart and whoever the fuck else, Zach Cummings, even some of his wins over Louis Koshy, that dog shit fight, Roman Dolidze, whoever else. He's looked sloppy sometimes, but he's still a tough guy to get out of there, and I don't think Parsons has 0 TKO victories. I don't think he's going to get the win like Dricus Duplessis or Michael Morales did over Trevin Giles. I think his path to victory is dominating the grappling, and I could see Giles more easily stuffing the grappling and neutralizing Parsons. And that's what I think is going to happen. Giles is going to take away a lot of Parsons' primary strengths, put him into, deep waters, drag him to deep waters, make him uncomfortable, and I think he's going to get him out of there. I think Giles gets him out of there via round 2 or 3 TKO. That's my prediction. So, could be interesting. I'd love to see them actually hit the floor in round 1 and see Parsons firing on all cylinders. I hope it is interesting. But in rounds 2 and 3, I really expect it to be Giles' fight. Even though, again, he's faded in the past, and Parsons did just go 3 rounds with Evan Elder. But that was a fight in which he was largely dominating with grappling. I don't know if he's going to be able to do that with Giles. Giles minus 115 is my bet, and Giles via knockout at round 2 and round 3. 10.5 to 1, 14 to 1. Yeah, I'm a degenerate. I'll sprinkle on that. Like, share, subscribe, all that horse shit. Check out my other videos.